Hello everyone. This is about a 6 week update now from my microdiscectomy surgery that I got to treat my right side sciatica. Just a few days ago, I went to my surgeon who more or less completely signed me off. So, as far as my treatment goes, that's it, done. Um, the short story of how it's been is that it's been going very, very well. Recovery is going very well. I'm feeling genuinely better every day. And to think how bad it was, just 6 weeks ago is a little bit mind boggling. Still so happy that I got the surgery done. There's no question that it was the right decision. Um, and It's probably going to be quite a short update. There's not too much to say. As I said in the previous video, there's no pain in my right leg. The real issue is just strength and fitness, which I'm still working on. It's getting better every day, and my step counts are, they're going up and they're consistently getting higher each day as well. I'm still pretty far away. As the surgeon said this week, I'm more or less back to work now after 6 weeks, which is expected. But he says it's likely going to take 6 months until you're back to where you were 100%. And I can see that. It's quite gradual, but I can see the improvements, week to week. So I had a little bit of I wouldn't say a backslide necessarily in how things were, but a little bit of a blip. For about 4 weeks after surgery, it was more or less just constant improvement in how I felt and how much I could manage. And then I had what was probably too busy a weekend, where I was doing too much activity and wasn't resting enough. And I followed that up with what was probably a bit of a strong or overambitious stretch one morning, and I felt some pain down my right leg. Now, obviously, if you come out of a microdiscectomy surgery, you are terrified that you've reherniated at that point. The pain was, it was nothing compared to what it was like, but it was in the same areas, which obviously is quite scary. And so that happened on the Tuesday morning after a very busy weekend. That week was definitely tough because there was quite a lot of concern, and I was resting more, so I was doing a little bit less exercise than I was doing previously or trying to do previously. But that is now more or less completely resolved, and the pain's gone. I was getting sort of like familiar tingles in the areas that I was having big problems with before the surgery. Having spoke to a nurse where I had the surgery because I was concerned, so I phoned up. She said, it was under so much stress and inflammation, the sciatic nerve, that anything could kind of kick it off. It could be like an internal suture breaking or some adhesion breaking internally from the surgery or whatever. And she said, just take a couple of ibuprofen and see how we do over the next few days. And I did, and it's gone now. I don't feel anything in it again. So I guess don't be too concerned if some things crop back up, because I didn't feel anything for the first 3 weeks. So I was like, oh well, if I didn't feel anything, surely this means something bad has happened. But no, it's not. You hear this a lot, but it's not a straight road to recovery, and the bumps in the road don't have to come at the very beginning either. So don't be surprised by that. The only other thing to mention is that because I'm signed off now, I'm going to be a bit more active in other physical pursuits. So, like swimming is the plan, and also going to physiotherapy. So, in my left hip, which is not the hip that I had the problems with, in the left hip, I've got quite a bit of tightness and some pain as well, which has been there more or less since the moment I woke up from surgery. Which is very likely just a muscular or a joint based problem because I was just so inactive for such a long time. So I'm going to physiotherapists to see about that, and they're probably just going to prescribe some stretches and exercises and so on. But I didn't want to start pushing that kind of thing until I'd had the sign off from the surgeon, which I have now. So that's where I'm at. I'm very happy. I'm in a good place. And I'm just going to keep on and just keep exercising and really try and keep that up, because that's the main difference between post surgery and pre surgery is really making an effort with physical health now, and I advise you all to do the same if you can. So, I mean, I'll probably do another update, but it's probably going to be some time far in the future. There aren't really any milestones now for me in terms of recovery. Um, I have some small personal goals, like where I'd like to walk to, or, getting back to the office instead of working from home. But, in terms of making a video so people can see what the recovery is like from surgery, it'll probably be in, a few months or something like that. But for now, yeah, if it's right for you, then the microdiscectomy surgery is really, really good. It's very there's a high proportion of success, and the success you get is phenomenal as well. So yeah, thanks very much, and I'll see you all again in a few months.